Hey guys, we're looking at one of Honda's most anticipated models for Singapore in 2022. That's the car behind me, all new third generation of the HR-V small SUV. We're going to walk through outside, inside, everything you need to know about it right here. Now just one look at the HR-V, you'd have to be doing some pretty serious shit to not realize this is all new. This is the third gen model and very different from the front. A lot more presence, a lot more stance as well. Now we look here, these high mounted headlights, a very modern SUV feature, and of course they're connected by a chrome strip now. Below that, very flat slats. The new grille design doesn't look like a normal car, it looks more like an EV. A very clean design overall. And of course, we have a petrol version and a hybrid version, but I'll get to that later. Come around the side, Honda has preserved the coupe SUV styling that made the HR-V so popular in its second generation. As you can see, the sloping back and of course the hidden door handles. Of course, we'll come to that later again. But around the back, since this is 2022, we need a freaking light bar, and the HR-V has a light bar. Very pretty light bar as well. Two segments connected all the way, and this whole thing lights up. I'm gonna get in close right there, have a look at the striated segments. So overall, I think the HR-V in its third generation looks a lot more futuristic, a lot bigger than it used to actually, because of all these visual cues. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the back seat of the third gen HR-V. Oh yeah! Like before, this is an SUV, so quite the tall aperture. You notice I don't really have to stoop to get in, unlike a sedan. And I will go all the way in so you guys can see. Of course, a real car doesn't have one brown and one black seat. That is the upholstery choice for the car. We'll get to the front later. But in the meantime, you can see that I've got quite a lot of space now. On paper, the HR-V is a small SUV, but like before and like the related model, the Jazz, it has a lot of space inside. I'm gonna sit back, whoa, okay, seat went clock. Not a lot of headroom, but I got a whole lot of knee room and a whole lot of leg room. And I don't know if you can see it, but the floor kind of slopes upwards, so when I put my feet up here, it feels really comfortable. So quite spacious. I think HR-V third gen will be pretty good for small families. And of course, this car still maintains the magic seat that makes the Jazz such a great family mobile. I'll do it here, locked up. Do it here as well. There we go. So if you watched our video of the Jazz, you noticed that we could put a whole office seat in here, and I think this is even bigger than the Jazz. I can easily squat here, put some goddamn Christmas trees or whatnot, right? I apologize if it's a bit dark in here. This is a car inside the showroom, so lighting is not optimal. But I will treat you to some ASMR. ASMR. Whoa, whoa. Okay, gonna turn the car on. Have a look at the startup. So right here we have a steering wheel, very much like the Jazz, of course. Very clean layout, which is the new Honda cabin layout. Again, very familiar from the Jazz. Aircon controls down here, air vents there as well. But I'd like to draw your attention here to the 9-inch screen. Now this is an Alpine screen. It's not the Honda display audio, but it is the display audio in everything but name, says Honda. So there's Apple CarPlay connectivity, Android Auto as well. We have a little digital screen right here in the middle of two conventional instruments, and I think the eHev version has a fully digital cockpit. But I also want to draw your attention to this right here. You can do a zoom in later. This is actually an interesting new air vent. So what it does is L shape, and you can either do it diffuse or you can do it focused. And what Honda says is that this air vent actually pushes air to the back of the car, so the people in the back have a better time of it. That's pretty cool. One of those interesting Honda things that they always tend to put in their cars. Now another standout system, or rather a bunch of systems that the new HR-V has, is actually active safety. So that's Honda Sensing, which is Honda's term for its suite of active safety systems. So there are 4 of them on board. One is adaptive cruise control, one is the usual lane keeping, one is the thing that stops you from ramming into people if you're not looking at where you're going and not braking. It'll brake automatically for you. And the last is the very scientifically named will stop you from going off the road in case you're not paying attention system. Of course, there are proper names for all those systems in the B-roll, but the takeaway is that active safety is something that almost every mainstream car should have in 2022. Okay, we're back at the front of the Honda HR-V. Just gonna show you what's under the bonnet. In this case, it's the 1.5-liter gasoline version. And in Singapore, this is one of the two models that are here. The other model is the EHEV Hybrid, also using a similar 1.5-liter engine and a lot more efficient. This one is 5.8 liters per 100. I think the hybrid is 4 point something liters per 100. But we have all the details, including the pricing, on carbuyer.com.sg. We have a news story out on the HRV right now. But of course, that is all we have for you in this walk around. But what did you think of the design, of the features of the new HRV? Let us know in your comments. Please like the video if you found it useful and follow carbuyer.com.sg.